Sailor Suit and Machine Gun, a cult classic, mainly in Japan. Relatively unknown over here in the West until recently. Hit the theaters in 1981, blended dark comedy and Yakuza drama. And despite what the title says, there isn't a whole lot of machine gun in Sailor Suit and Machine Gun, but they really played it up prominently in the trailers and the poster and stuff. This is a movie about subtleties and really, like most 80s movies in Japan. It's a slow ride, but it takes you on a trip and you kind of just there for the hour and 30 minutes. The delinquent schoolgirl is a popular trope, especially in Japanese movies and TV shows at the time. And this was sort of the starting point for those type of characters. Kind of reminds me of when Beat Takeshi started making movies. Very similar theme and tone, especially with the Yakuza comedy. Hiroko Yakushimara, the teen idol, the, star of this movie, she was known mostly as an actress, but also a pop singer. And she sings a bit in this movie too. I mean, the premise itself sounds hilarious, but it's not very much a laugh out loud movie. But a Yakuza boss member dies, so of course they track down his family to promote them to head of the Yakuza gang here, and just happens to be a high school girl. So, she's reluctant at first, but she's a bit of an outcast, so she kind of fits in eventually. They drink together, they get into fights with rival gangs. There's a scene where they tie her up and put her on a crane and start dunking her in cement, I guess. Although, the actress is laughing during the whole scene. It is beautifully shot at times. I like a lot of the camera work here, but this seems to be like the type of movie where they just shot it all at once. There were no retakes. And you can kind of notice there's some scenes where the punches obviously miss, or, the actors are laughing during their scenes, or stuff falls over and like they didn't bother fixing things and reshooting it. There's a good contrast of it being beautiful to look at. I like a lot of the scenery, that 80s Tokyo looks very cool, but at the same time, it's very rough. But yeah, don't expect a lot of action. I saw some reviews online of people complaining that, oh, this isn't an action movie. This isn't, Machine Girl or Tokyo Gore Police. But this is from 81. This was never going to be that type of movie. The Blu-ray has a director's cut, which actually I haven't watched, so I'm not sure what makes it different. But it's also 4K scan, so I mean it looks great. As much as I would love to watch a movie like this on VHS, yeah, they're not cheap. I mean, when I first heard of it, I was thinking it was going to be like one of those, but then, after I watched it, I still enjoyed it. Despite it being totally different than what I was expecting. Hiroko went on to have a, successful pop idol career and starred in, a few other movies. Director Shinji Somai, he went on to make Typhoon Club, which was probably his biggest hit as a director. I like when movies take their time and are very slow, and there's not like a big action payoff, although there is a bit of an action-packed climax. But I don't know, I like these slow movies with interesting soundtracks, and you're on one shot for a long time. It's a total, 180 from movies nowadays. そうしねえと一日の終わりが切なくて Yeah, it's one of those with the reversible cover. So that's pretty cool. I enjoy the actors in this movie. The cast I thought is very fun to watch. But the synopsis, the trailers for when this Blu-ray came out, I don't think did the movie any favors. Like I said, it is kind of misleading. What really they should have said was just a slice of life girl as a Yakuza boss type of movie, and it does sound wacky, but that's really more of what it is.
愚かな女になりそうです。丸。